Okay, so in this mini lecture, we are going to look at the idea of filters and filters in our sense of optics and color. Okay, so we're going to remember that when we think about light, white light, that we model that white light into those three primary colors of light. So we have blue, red, and green all being represented into that white light. And so here I have a beam of white light coming out of a flashlight. And within that beam, we know that there is blue. That was not a green color. That was blue. Silly. There's our green. We have green and we have red in that in our three light model for white light. So if I put a filter, a film, often what's used, like a plasticky sheet that we use to put over a white light, what does that film do? Well, when I put a red film over my white light, I look through that red film and I see the world in reds. And so that film allows red to pass through it. So red continues on through the film. But my blue light and my green light and my blue light are taken away. So it takes out the green and it takes out the blue, but allows red to pass through. Similarly, if I have my white light and I put a green filter in front, the green light continues through that filter, but the filter removes both the red light and the blue light. So again, that white light that's coming from my flashlight is made up of red, green, and blue, but only that green light gets through. The same is going to happen if I use secondary filters. So again, here's my white light. My white light again contains my red, my blue, and my green. But let's imagine that I put a yellow filter in front of that white light. Well, that means that yellow light is getting through. But what is yellow light made out of? Well, my yellow light is both my red light and my green light getting through, and the filter is taking out the blue light. Now, filter is kind of a little bit of a misnomer. When we talk about a red filter, we're not talking about that filter taking away or filtering out, removing the red light. What we're talking is that we're filtering the light so that only the red gets through. We're filtering the light so that only the red gets through. Now, what if we put multiple filters together? This is where it gets kind of fun. So let's imagine that I have my white light. And again, that white light is our red, our blue, and our green. And I put a magenta filter in front of it. And then a green filter. So two filters in this case. What do I see over here through those two filters, one on top of the other? All right, well, we need to think about what each one of these filters are doing. The magenta filter is indeed allowing magenta to get through. So magenta is made up of both blue and red, which means we're taking away the green. A green filter, well, that allows green, but it takes away blue and red. Well, if there was green light here, it would let that green light through, but there's not. And it takes away this blue light, takes away this red light, and we're left with nothing on the other side, which we interpret as black or no light. So we can explore both our ideas of what makes up colors of light in terms of our additive color mixing, modeling our white light as that red, green, and blue, and then using those ideas to determine what outcome we have if we put filters in front of different lights. Good job.